Sabrina Carpenter just went to war with Donald Trump, and this is getting absolutely insane. In December 2025, the Trump administration posted a video on social media showing ICE agents conducting raids, and guess what song they used as the background music? Juno. Sabrina Carpenter's hit song Juno. And when Sabrina found out about it, she did not hold back. She posted a statement calling it evil and disgusting and demanded they take it down immediately. And now we've got a full-blown political controversy involving one of the biggest pop stars in the world and the President of the United States. So let's break down exactly what happened, why this matters, and what it means for Sabrina's career, because this is way bigger than just a song dispute. First, let's talk about the video itself. The Trump administration has been very aggressive about immigration enforcement since Trump took office in January 2025. They've been doing raids. They've been deporting people. They've been making immigration a central focus of their agenda. And apparently someone on their social media team thought it would be a good idea to make a hype video about ICE raids. Like they literally edited together footage of agents breaking into homes and arresting people, and they put music over it to make it look cool. That alone is controversial regardless of what song they used. But the fact that they chose Juno, which is a fun pop song about wanting to have someone's baby, is absolutely wild. Like, did anyone think about the optics of this? Did anyone consider that using a song about reproduction over footage of family separations might be in extremely poor taste? Now here's where it gets legally interesting. When you use a song in any kind of media, you need permission from the copyright holder. You can't just take a song off Spotify and use it in your video, especially if you're a government entity using it for political messaging. Artists and their labels have to approve synchronization licenses for this type of use. And I can guarantee you Sabrina Carpenter and her team did not approve this. There's no way her label Island Records signed off on her music being used for ICE raid propaganda. So not only is this morally questionable, it's also potentially illegal. The Trump administration might have just violated copyright law. Sabrina's response was immediate and it was strong. She didn't just ask them to take it down. She didn't send a quiet cease and desist through lawyers. She publicly called it evil and disgusting. Those are strong words. Those are fighting words. And you have to understand what a risk that is for her career. Sabrina Carpenter is at the peak of her success right now. She's nominated for 6 Grammys. She's performing at the Grammy Awards. She's got a massive tour. She's got brand deals. She's got everything to lose. And roughly half of America voted for Trump. By taking such a strong public stance against him, she's potentially alienating millions of fans. But she did it anyway because some things are more important than staying neutral. Let's talk about the song Juno for a second, because the choice of this specific song makes the whole thing even more absurd. Juno is a playful, sexy song about wanting to get pregnant by someone you're attracted to. The lyrics are literally about making a baby. Now imagine that playing over footage of ICE agents separating families and deporting parents away from their American-born children. The irony is sickening. It's like whoever made this video didn't even listen to the lyrics, they just picked a popular song. Or worse, they did understand the lyrics and thought it was funny. Either way, it's grotesque. This also isn't the first time Trump has had issues with artists over music. Rihanna sent a cease and desist when he used her music at rallies. The Rolling Stones threatened legal action. Adele asked him to stop. Neil Young sued him. Prince's estate objected. This is a pattern. The Trump campaign and now the Trump administration repeatedly use music without permission and then act shocked when artists get mad. And the reason they keep doing it is because there are rarely real consequences. They take the video down, they issue a non-apology, and they move on. But this time feels different because Sabrina is being so vocal about it. Now let's talk about what this means for Sabrina's fanbase, because this is fascinating from a marketing perspective. Sabrina's core audience is young women, mostly Gen Z. And Gen Z is the most progressive generation in American history. They care about social justice. They care about immigration rights. They care about standing up to authority. By taking this stance, Sabrina is actually strengthening her bond with her core fans. Yes, she might lose some conservative fans, but those probably weren't her main audience anyway. Her main audience is going to love her even more for this. They're going to respect her for using her platform. They're going to stream her music harder. They're going to buy more tickets. This could actually help her career. But there's also risk. The Trump administration is notoriously petty. They go after people who criticize them. They could make things difficult for her. They could weaponize government agencies against her. They could sick their massive online following on her. Sabrina could face serious harassment and threats because of this. And that's scary. That's a real risk she's taking. But she did it anyway, and that takes courage. Here's what a lot of people don't understand about artists and political stances. Staying silent is also a political choice. If Sabrina had said nothing, if she had just quietly sent a legal takedown notice, people would have noticed. Her fans would have been disappointed. They would have wondered why she wasn't speaking up. So in a way, she didn't really have a choice. Her brand, her values, her fanbase all demanded that she respond publicly. Silence would have been worse than speaking out. Let's also talk about the timing, because this happened right as Sabrina is preparing for the Grammys. She's nominated for 6 awards, including Album of the Year for Man's Best Friend. The Grammys are on February 2, 2026, and she's performing. This is the biggest moment of her career. And now, instead of just talking about her music, everyone's talking about her political stance. Some publicists would see this as a nightmare. All this controversy right before the Grammys could overshadow her achievements. But I actually think it helps her. The Grammys love artists who take stands. They love socially conscious music and messaging. This could actually work in her favor with voters. Now there's been some controversy around the album cover for Man's Best Friend too. The cover shows Sabrina on her hands and knees, and some people criticized it as being degrading or too sexual. But Sabrina defended it as artistic expression and a commentary on how women are expected to be obedient. And honestly, after seeing her stand up to the Trump administration, I believe her. This is clearly an artist who's not afraid to ruffle feathers. This is someone who's willing to be provocative and deal with the backlash. There's also new dating rumors with Joe Keery from Stranger Things. They were spotted together at an SNL after party in January 2026, and people are speculating they're dating. Joe Keery is cool. He's got good politics. He seems like the type of guy who would support Sabrina taking this stand. And having a supportive partner when you're dealing with political controversy is huge. You need people in your corner who understand why you're doing what you're doing. But let's get back to the Trump situation, because there are real legal implications here. If Sabrina and her label decide to sue, they have a strong case. Unauthorized use of copyrighted music for political purposes is a clear violation. They could seek damages. They could get an injunction. They could make this very expensive for the Trump administration. And honestly, they should. Artists need to protect their work. They need to make it clear that you can't just steal their music and use it for things they disagree with. The phrase evil and disgusting is also very specific. Sabrina didn't say she was disappointed. She didn't say she was upset. She said it was evil and disgusting. That's moral language. That's saying this isn't just a legal issue or a preference issue, this is a right and wrong issue. And I think that resonates with people. We're living in a time where everything feels political and complicated, and sometimes you need someone to just say, no, this is wrong and this is why. Sabrina did that. Here's what I think happens next. The Trump administration will probably take down the video if they haven't already. They'll issue some statement about respecting artists' rights or whatever. They won't apologize because they never do. But the video will disappear. Sabrina will probably do interviews about it. She'll talk about why this mattered to her. She'll connect it to her values and her art. And her fans will love her for it. She might lose some followers, but she'll gain more. And when she performs at the Grammys, there's going to be an extra level of respect for her because people know she's not just a pop star, she's someone with principles. This also raises bigger questions about art and politics. Should artists stay out of politics and just entertain? Or do they have a responsibility to use their platform? I think the answer is that it's personal. Some artists want to be political, and that's great. Some artists want to just make music, and that's fine too. But when your music gets used without your permission for something you find morally wrong, you have every right to speak up. This wasn't Sabrina inserting herself into politics. This was politics inserting itself into her art. The ICE raids themselves are controversial. Families are being separated. People who've lived in America for decades are being deported. Children are losing parents. Communities are being torn apart. These aren't abstract political issues, these are real people's lives. So for the Trump administration to make a celebratory video about it, complete with music and editing to make it look cool and heroic, is genuinely disturbing. Sabrina was right to call it evil. That's not hyperbole, that's an accurate description. And the fact that they used a woman's song, a young woman's song about pregnancy and family over footage of family separation, is either stunningly ignorant or deliberately cruel. Either way, it's unacceptable. Sabrina had every right to be furious. She had every right to speak out. And the fact that she did, knowing the backlash she'd face, knowing the threats she'd receive, knowing the controversy it would cause, that shows who she really is. So here's the bottom line. Sabrina Carpenter just proved she's not here to play it safe. She's not here to stay neutral and keep everyone happy. She's here to make art and stand up for what she believes in. And whether you agree with her politics or not, you have to respect that. She could have stayed quiet. She could have let the lawyers handle it privately. But she chose to make a public statement. She chose to use her platform. She chose to call out something she found wrong. And that's what real artists do. They don't just entertain, they also challenge and provoke and stand for something. Sabrina Carpenter just showed us she's that type of artist, and honestly, I'm here for it.